Well, folks, this is 24/7 Lou. This is two-belt 24/7 Lou because I have the 24/7 TFS Pod pay-per-view predictions champion. Yes, I am that guy. Also, I am the TFS Pod overall champion. So, folks, get comfortable because you're
Lou. Let's get this over with. We have a show to do, and your title reign's coming to an end. Let's come on. We got predictions.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the View Show Podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard telling you, Lou, that your time is up and my time is now.
Oh, and that's
the one-man band, and as The Rock said in 2014, in this case, from 20 days to 1 day, time's up.
Oh, okay, folks. Yes, welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as a Few Show Podcast. Number one show on YouTube, number one show in your heart, and the home of your defending champion, 24/7 Lou. That's me. But I see you guys are trying to aim, and trying to take away my belts, my championships, my accessories. So yes, let's see, folks. You've caught us on to our new episode, our new predictions, which is going to be for WWE's Royal Rumble, which will be on January 31st, starting at 7 p.m. on the future formerly known as WWE Network. So, yes, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of different matches on there, and we have a different format. Don't forget, folks, just to set up a little bit of the rules thing, we also, this year, it's us three plus the Randomizer. Which
for the sake of streamlining, we took in the Randomizer's picks before recording.
Yes, and it was listened to by certified analysts and verified it was true.
Yeah, we had verified observers. You know, the UN came in, all that stuff.
Everybody.
Yeah, we made sure there was no rigging.
So yes, folks. So there we are. We're gonna do the predictions. So also we will have our special guest also with us. Great, thank you for playing a little bit late. But thank you for playing, JFEW. And Bogey, sorry. Store is closed. That's it.
Store is closed.
Store is closed. Door is closed. Bye. Maybe next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so now let's go into the pay-per-view. Let's see. Let's go. Since we have a new rule set up, which is the champion goes first, second place goes second, and third place goes third. So in this case, since I won the first pay-per-view, I will go first, and I will mention the matches that we will have for the pay-per-view. The first match we're going to have, it's going to be for the Women's Tag Team Championship. It's going to be Asuka and Charlotte Flair, the defending champions, versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the Women's Tag Team Championship. So, who do I have to win this match? Oh, by the way, also, we want to add one more thing, too, that we did change here. For the Royal Rumble, we will pick the final four, and then we'll have our winner out of there. So we'll make that, and also it'll be points for that. So we're going to have 1 point for each of those. So it's going to be a total of 5 points you can win if you get them all right. And 2 points for these next three matches, you can get 2 points for those championship matches. So here we go. So I'll go first, and I will pick to win the Women's Tag Team Championship will be your defending champions, Asuka and Charlotte Flair. I think that they will stick together and they will win this. But I don't see yet the breakup yet. It could happen very soon. I don't see it yet. But storylines are burning at me, telling me no. But I'm going to stick with that one. My final answer. Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, Lou. So I'm not entirely sure how they're going to line up the matches, really, for this event. This is currently slated to probably be the opener, but I don't know for sure yet. I do think it matters depending on if they go first before their Women's Rumble match or after. But for the sake of this order, I'm going to say champions retain. Asuka and Charlotte Flair hold on to the championship. Boom. There you go. Clean retention. I mean, Royal Rumble pay-per-views aren't normally about the subsidiary titles getting defended. Mm-hmm. Nothing against the women's tag titles, but it's not the WWE or Universal title here. Mm-hmm. Asuka's kind of forgotten about as the Raw Women's Champion, which is kind of unfortunate. But champions retain just to further add tension between Baszler and Jax going into the Rumble.
Okay.
More on that later.
Yes. All right. One-man band. Who do you have?
So I actually feel like I'm going to go against the grain with this one because I think because of the fact that, the women, I know that the women's tag team title has been pretty much irrelevant, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I feel like taking it off of Asuka and Charlotte, I think would cause some tension, which I think would be some much needed tension, especially for the build up. I think this would be the perfect time. And I think Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, having the titles, not that it will do much of anything, but I think it would do more. I think it would do more good to take it off of Asuka and Charlotte to create that tension, so that building up to WrestleMania. So I'm gonna say that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will become the 2-time tag team champs. So.
Yeah, I was having trouble with this one because I was noticing how there's different storylines that they're doing stuff with Asuka, they're doing stuff with Charlotte Flair, with Lacey Evans and all that. So I was wondering if the split would let them not lose face, but still continue on with those other stories. But yeah, I went the other way. But yeah, that's a very good, strong, bold pick.
Mm-hmm.
Man, right out of the gate.
I know.
I mean, he gave us fair warning. He was going to do some Hail Mary picks here.
All right.
I don't know how it's going to pay off.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so here we go. Next matchup. Next matchup we're going to have is going to be for
Hold on. We got the other pickers.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Sorry about that.
Our other contestants, Lou.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
So, the randomizer agrees with you and me, Lou, and says Asuka and Charlotte Flair are going to retain. I'd ask the randomizer what the logic is, but I think that's just physics, gravity, determining that one. And we've also got JFEW agreeing with you and me, Lou, with Asuka and Charlotte Flair. So, right off the bat, one-man band, this is your point to gain at everybody else's expense.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how that plays off.
By the way, I know you guys didn't hear it, but I know the audience did hear it. Some music did pop up there for a second. Oops. Somebody slept on the control board here.
Our sound guy. We need to get rid of our sound guy like Impact.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
Josh Matthews, give us a call.
Actually, that's the guy we got to hire to work with us. But anyway, that's another story.
All right, next match.
Okay, so the randomizer picked that. And what about JFEW?
JFEW picked Asuka and Charlotte Flair. So it's 4-1, with one-man band being the one pick for Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
The Lone Ranger.
The dominant duo will rise again, according to one-man band. There is a method to my madness, but there you go. I've already got one person with a 1-point deficit in my mind.
Oh, okay.
I just got to trap Lou.
Yeah.
I was muddying the waters earlier this week in the chat.
All right, here we go. So I know you were doing. Okay, so let's go to our next matchup, which will be again. This is not the order that we think it's going to go, but this is we think it might go, but it maybe it changes. Here we go. We have Drew McIntyre, the champion, versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. Okay, in this one, Ric-Hard, you go first.
All right, guys. So I've been hearing a lot of rumors about potential cash-ins. Miz has been doing the segments. Everybody's talking about it. I don't see it. And I'm really hoping that Goldberg gets defeated really quickly. So don't expect a long match for this.
Wait. Are you expecting it because he'll get tired or because...
For various reasons. One, he's going to get tired. So Goldberg's not known for his, marathon matches.
Yep.
He's not an Iron Man in that ring. He's the guy that does the big moves and then finishes the match, right? So, out of the sake of not having Drew McIntyre lose the match to Goldberg, do not do this, WWE.
Oh.
I'm going to say Drew McIntyre wins. Going to go with my boy, McIntyre. Talk less, Clay more. Drew McIntyre retains. Sticking with it.
All right, and before we go to the one man band, you're listening to TFS Pod, the Few Show podcast, where we're doing the predictions for Royal Rumble. Now, for our matchup with Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg, who do you have, one man band?
Oh, so yeah, I am taking into account what Ric-Hard said about Goldberg. I know Goldberg is not known for marathon matches. Anything over 5 minutes, and he's gassed out pretty much. But there is one photo in particular that I saw, and Ric-Hard probably saw it too. It was actually on the Miz's Instagram page. It showed Drew McIntyre and Goldberg facing off, and the Miz is in the corner just looking at them like with a sly smile on his face. And I felt like that photo was very telling. I don't know, it just something tells me. I know I've been saying cash-ins and all that stuff, but something tells me that, yeah, I don't think this match is gonna go long. I think it's gonna be a flurry. It's gonna be just like a hailstorm of moves, and I think what's gonna happen is I think Drew McIntyre's gonna retain.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that Goldberg's gonna eat quite a few. Goldberg's gonna give him quite a few spears. Drew McIntyre will pull out a Claymore just from like out of nowhere. He'll win, but I think that the Miz is gonna cash in. Ooh. Something tells me. I think he's gonna cash. So, because time's running out. Time's running out on the cash in. And I just don't see them pulling a WrestleMania moment with the Money in the Bank. So I think that Drew's gonna win, but he's gonna get cashed in on the Miz, and Miz is gonna win it.
Wow.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna go with it.
All right. So Drew wins the match against Goldberg. Those are your 2-point pick, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. We're not gonna do negative points. But we'll give you a bonus point if you get the Miz cash in correct.
I agree with that.
All right. No more negative points. We're not going to punish people.
Yeah. I'm the one that got punished. What are you talking about, man?
We all got punished. All right. So,
my turn.
Drew McIntyre, according to One Man Band, and myself. Good. Plus a bonus pick for One Man Band. He really is going with the Hail Marys. All right, Lou, what's your pick here?
Wow. Okay, my pick is going to be. It's a tough one because Goldberg. Nah, it's not a tough one. I'm just joking.
It's not a tough one.
It's not a tough one. Come on. Of course, we all know McIntyre is going to win. McIntyre for the win. All
right, McIntyre for the win. There you go. All right, Lou said it. I said it.
I was thinking of stealing that 1 point thing, but I'm not doing it. I'm giving all the glory to One Man Band if he gets it.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm being honest. I'm telling you.
I don't see a cash in. I know they've been teasing it. That always, and that's what I use as the metric. I'm like, they keep teasing it. It's not going to happen.
That's okay. But maybe
I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. All right, so the randomizer has also agreed with us, Drew McIntyre, and JFEW rounds out the consensus with a Drew McIntyre pick also.
That's
so
sweet.
5-0, nobody wants Goldberg to be champion. WWE, listen to your audience.
So I was thinking maybe I could win this one and set up everything later on. No, get out. Get out of my office.
No, get out. I don't even want to hear this.
We weren't talking about WCW. You ruined everything before in Saudi Arabia. Stop. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Be like you said Brock Lesnar was going to be last 4 years ago. Come on.
All right.
So here we go. Next matchup. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Kevin Owens, last man standing match for the WWE Universal Championship. Drew, you go first. Who do you have?
I feel like this is probably going to be one of the easiest to predict, but then again, you never know. But I'm gonna go that the Tribal Chief is gonna win this one, and you hear me. You're gonna see why I say this later on. So yeah, definitely. I'm gonna say Tribal Chief wins it, and he moves on. I believe that he's going to be the champion through WrestleMania. So,
Alrighty. All right, my turn. I also agree with you. I think that Roman Reigns does win this. I don't see anything for Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is good at what he does, antagonizing everyone there, but I don't think that now is his time or they're going to do anything with him. He's just playing the role of, I don't know, keeping the seat warm, I guess, the opponent for Reigns until we get a good matchup, which could happen as a result of Royal Rumble or other events in the future as we lead up to WrestleMania. So, yeah, I do pick Roman Reigns to win this. Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, so as you all know, I'm the guy that, for some reason, decided Owens was supposed to win at TLC, and I stand by that decision. Owens should have won at TLC. This should have been the event that Reigns got his title back, but we're going to move past that. Because if Owens didn't win at TLC after that hectic performance, he is not winning tonight. Roman Reigns beats Kevin Owens in the Last Man Standing match. Since it's the Last Man Standing match, this match will either go before the Rumble match in the opener, and then the other two matches will be the space between Rumble matches, or this will be the match between the two Rumble matches later on in the show.
Yeah.
But essentially, this is going to be the long match that they have on the show to pad out the timing between Rumble matches. So Reigns wins. I'm expecting some shenanigans. We'll probably see another Uso show up. I don't know, but Reigns gets the win. That's my pick. I'm sticking with it. Owens, you're not going to cost me 2 points. You already cost me 1. That's my pick. Reigns retains.
Okay, Reigns. Okay, and Randomizer. Oh, sorry, Randomizer.
The randomizer goes with Golden Boy Reigns. So Tribal Chief gets the win. And JFEW also picks Roman Reigns. So once again, for the title matches, which, as we said before, are worth 2 points, everyone's in agreement. So nobody took any risk takers on that one. So we're gonna One Man Band did go for a cash in though, so maybe he gets that bonus point. So we'll see. But that's our consensus for the first 3 non-Rumble matches.
All right, there we are. So there we are. Now we're going to go into the Women's Royal Rumble match.
And Lou, you won last time around, so you get the unfortunate hot seat. You're going first on the picks.
Yeah, I go first. I go first on this one. And also, I know. And also, we have to pick the final 4, and out of those final 4, we have a champion. We're gonna pick the champion out of there. So here we go.
Yep. All right, Lou. What's the internet say?
No, I don't know what the internet says. I'm not looking. I'm not looking it up. I'm telling you.
All right. Go ahead and regale me with your Rumble picks.
Regale.
Well, I'll tell you first who I think the final 4 will be.
All right.
Here we go. I do think that first off, I think one of them will be Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
I think Alexa Bliss will appear will be in the final 4. That's one. Another one will be Rhea Ripley. I believe she'll appear she'll be in the final 4.
Okay.
From NXT. And Bianca Belair, another final 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And this last one is hard to read. I know what I wrote. I just don't want to say it. Oh, man, this is what made it very difficult for me. So, Lou, I kid you not. Go on. I'll save my thoughts after this.
Becky Lynch.
All right, Becky Lynch. All right.
So those are my final 4.
All right.
And the winner.
Who's your winner?
Will be. This is so tough. Right now, I'll just go with what I circled. Now, nothing with the internet. Nothing with what I circled. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair to win it.
All right, Bianca Belair to win it.
That's all. That's my pick. Okay,
so those are your final 4.
Yeah. All right, Ric-Hard, who do you have?
All right, let me start off by saying, what the hell, Lou? You got like 3 out of 4 out of my picks already. My final four.
wait. Before you say those final four, I want to remind everyone that you're listening to TFS Pod, the Feud Show podcast, where we are doing the predictions for Royal Rumble. Ric-Hard, who are the final four that you have?
I kid you not. My final four were almost to a T what you wrote. The only difference is one of them is not correct. But all right, let me. Correct. Yeah, one of those is not correct. That's exactly what I said. So let me paint a picture for you on what I think is going to happen in the Women's Royal Rumble match. So, all right, we're gonna have a nice little opening contest somewhere in the match. Maybe at number 3, or maybe she starts it, is going to be Nia Jax, right? And as we all know, Nia Jax has been feuding with multiple people, but essentially, you've had Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke keep being like a thorn in her and Shayna's side, right? But they don't do anything. So, do you guys remember in the 2002 Rumble when Undertaker got eliminated by this out of nowhere star?
Yes.
Tough Enough named Maven, and it was a big surprise. And he had a shocked face and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you remember at the time, Undertaker was feuding with a bunch of people because he kept using a chair to like injure their necks or something.
Yep.
And he had eliminated the Hardys in the match. And then Maven came out and he was like laughing about it and all that stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat this kid up and stuff." And the Hardys got back in and started attacking him, and then he had to eliminate him again. And as he was saying to the refs, "Hey, get him out of here," that kind of stuff, Maven drop kicks him over the top rope and eliminates him to a sudden surprise. So let me paint the picture here. You got Nia Jax in the ring. She maybe eliminates the first person out of the Rumble match. You know, I don't know, Liv Morgan. Let's just throw a name out there. Dana Brooke comes out. She tries to attack her. Nia Jax is beating up on Dana Brooke. Oh, here comes Mandy Rose, and now the blondies are beating up on her. Nia Jax overpowers both of them, eliminates them recently, just in time for the next entrant. Out comes who else but Lana to make a nice return, right? Lana comes out to make a nice return. Nia Jax is laughing, saying, "Come on in the ring. It's going to be just like 2020." And then Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke get back in the ring and start pounding on Nia Jax, and she eliminates them both again, and she's like, "Get him out of the ring." And then sure enough, Lana eliminates Nia Jax. Repeat moment. And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I eliminated Nia Jax. Yeah. And then she gets dragged out of the ring and put through a table. And that's how we continue where we left off in that rivalry. So that's one thing I think is gonna happen in the Rumble.
Ooh,
at some point, Nia Jax will be eliminated by Lana, who will then not be eliminated from the Rumble, and you'll have the Women's Rumble finally have someone who never entered the match and never had a win in it or anything. All right, so let's see what else I think is gonna happen. Credit to a coworker of mine for bringing this up. He thinks we're gonna see Peyton Royce and Billie Kay have a little mini iconic reunion.
Oh yeah, I see it.
So I think that's going to happen. But this is where I'm going to say. So you're going to all say to me, "Well, isn't the story Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler? They might eliminate each other." No, that's a red herring. You know why? Because Shayna Baszler is going to be in the ring, and you're going to have Jessamyn Duke and Marina Shafir appear in the Rumble. So that those are the two MMA 4 horsewomen aside from Ronda Rousey. That are in NXT training. And you'll recall that they were actually in some Raw Underground segments. I know, Raw Underground seems like a lifetime ago, but they were in it when the feud with Nia Jax first started. So expect to see those three in the ring, and they're going to start dominating on people as they come out.
Ooh.
You'll start seeing them do it to your Sonya Deville, and then you'll see, I think Bianca Belair come out, kind of start rallying against that. And then this is where you start getting the surprise entrance. So here we go, big name coming back in the Women's Rumble. Hear me now, quote me later. Melina. She's gonna come back. She's gonna come out. She's gonna do the split. Have a good showing. And then we're going to get a debut in WWE. Big name from the Indies, Tessa Blanchard.
Oh.
Tessa Blanchard's going to come out, have a stare down with Charlotte Flair, just to tease the moment, but that nothing turns out of it. And I also have the potential for Becky Lynch to come out, but I don't think they're going to do it. So I'm not going to put that in. Carmella comes out. Everybody else comes out. The ring fills up. You don't get too many surprises in the Women's Rumble. And my final four is Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair.
Sounds familiar.
Rhea Ripley.
Sounds familiar.
And Charlotte Flair. That's the only difference. Now, there is a potential, because we talked about this on the show, that we're going to see the appearance of Ronda Rousey to complete the MMA 4 Horsewomen thing.
Ooh, yeah.
I think they'll save that. I think they'll save that for later on in the year. That's going to be Charlotte's rivalry match for WrestleMania, I think. But my winner for the Rumble is none other than Alexa Bliss. And she's going to win it by eliminating Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Wins it by eliminating Bianca Belair. That's my final four. Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair. Alexa Bliss wins. I'm gonna give it to Schizophrenia Bliss. All right, one-man bands.
Who do you have, one-man band?
So, yeah, I actually pretty close to both of y'all's, actually.
I'm telling you, Lou checked our notes.
It must be, but
What?
no, I'm actually saying that, yeah, it's gonna be. I say Charlotte.
Oh, the final
In
four?
the final four.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlotte. I'm gonna say Charlotte, Bianca Belair. This one's gonna be tough right here. I'm gonna say Charlotte, Bianca Belair. Alexa Bliss. And I'm gonna go with the surprise entrant that Ric-Hard said with Tessa Blanchard. I think
Right.
I think she's. I have a feeling she's gonna make an appearance, because I know they've been teasing her for a while, and she hasn't signed anywhere. So I'm gonna say Tessa Blanchard, but I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss is gonna be the winner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Wow, no
Yeah.
Bailey.
Yeah. No
I
Bailey.
thought about Bailey, but I was thinking about Bailey in the final four, but then I was like, no, I think the like there's more story to be told without her being in the final four.
Oh, she's the February feud for Bianca Belair.
More than likely.
Chamber, probably.
More than likely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Bianca Belair is probably going to be going up against Sasha, but you got to have the filler between her and Bailey first.
All right, so you have Bliss winning it, right? One-man band?
Yeah.
All right.
Bliss.
There we are. And then randomizer.
Oh, what a... Jeez.
I had that prior.
I don't know. I believe you had that prior. Hey, what can I say?
All right,
Great minds think alike.
And the randomizer.
You heard what I said, Lou.
You weren't talking to me. You were talking to him.
All right. So the randomizer has a different rule set, obviously, because they can't give names. So the way it worked is we roll 5 dice to add up the number, and then that's the entry number that the randomizer gives. So randomizer predicts that entry number 17 in the Women's Rumble will win it, and the other final four entrants will be number 19, number 13, and number 20. So in other words, everyone in the middle of the Rumble is going to stay in. A lot of people from the middle of the Rumble are going to stay into it until the end.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, but we'll see how that plays out.
All right, and JFEW?
So JFEW said final four, and almost we're all hitting the same notes here. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Peyton Royce and Alexa Bliss, but JFEW says Bianca Belair wins.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out.
Okay. All right. So also, I want to remind folks, you are listening to TFS Pod, the Feud Show podcast, where we're doing the predictions for Royal Rumble.
#1 YouTube show in your girlfriend's heart. I'm thinking about you, Dana.
Think about you, Mandy. Anyway, here we go.
Hold on, one more, Ben. You got any shout-outs?
Think about you, Tessa.
I don't know how Ricochet will feel about that.
Oh.
All right, so now we're going to cover the men's Royal Rumble match, 30-man Royal Rumble match for the World Championship match at WrestleMania 37. All right, Ric-Hard, you go first.
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna be honest. WWE has given very little indicator about who we should think is gonna win. Now,
especially based on that last SmackDown.
So let me start off by saying that some spots I think we're gonna see are #1. Edge is a red herring.
Mm-hmm.
That's your red herring to make us think, oh yeah, we're gonna see Edge win it. So the spot I have in mind for Edge is essentially this: Randy Orton's gonna be in the Rumble. He's gonna look pretty, House of Fiery. Oh, look at Orton at some point, and then the lights start going down, right?
Oh yeah.
So the entry buzzer starts going off. Lights shut down. Spotlight hits the ramp. You see the Fiend for the very briefest moment. Lights come back off. Orton's just staring at the ramp like, what did I just see? And then you hear, you think you know me. Edge comes out, eliminates Orton. And Orton gets eliminated, and he's just distraught because he saw the Fiend. So, and Edge gets his revenge for what Orton did. It's a nice feel-good moment. And that's the spot that I have in mind for that. Now, how does Edge get eliminated, and what's his storyline? I have 2 candidates for who eliminates Edge to set up, taking away his WrestleMania moment to set up the feud for him. 1 is AJ Styles.
Ooh, what a good one.
All right, so AJ Styles eliminates Edge, and the story there is it'll be a great match. AJ doesn't seem to have anywhere to go after what happened with him and McIntyre. They're not going to retread that ground, so AJ has a match set up with Edge for WrestleMania. I mean, he worked with The Undertaker last year. Clearly, he can work with big names.
Oh, yeah.
That seems the way to go. Now, I do have a second person in mind to do it. This one's a return. You have Edge in the ring, and he gets eliminated by returning superstar Seth Rollins.
Oh.
And you all remember Seth Rollins managed to get the authority back in 2014 by threatening to, take Edge out of commission at one point in a Raw episode, and using it as a hostage. So there's a little history they can play on there.
You're digging deep.
Yeah, there's a little history they can play on there. So those are my 2 people that might eliminate Edge. Personally, I think they'll go with AJ Styles only because AJ Styles was eliminated by Edge in the Rumble last year. So it'll be a nice little turnaround. What else do I think is going to happen? Cesaro's going to get eliminated.
So
I know that's messed up to say.
So
that's what I got.
Just because of time, who do you have for the final 4?
All right, so here's my final 4. You're going to have Daniel Bryan in the final 4, AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre's best friend, because that's his gimmick, Sheamus. And this one's out of left field, but either him or Sheamus are going to be playing the role. But I think the final boss of the Royal Rumble is going to make a nice return, and we're going to see Brock Lesnar in the final 4.
Oh.
Now, there was a story that came out that said Lesnar's not going to be in it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be in the Rumble, but that just makes me think he's going to be in the Rumble.
For real.
When they dispel the rumors. So the story there is Daniel Bryan wants to get a match against Reigns, who is now a Paul Heyman guy, so naturally he has to go through 1 or 2 stories there. If it's not Brock Lesnar in the final 4, it's Sheamus that makes it to the final 2 with Bryan. And Bryan has to overcome the guy that's beaten him 3 times at WrestleMania in a row. Or he has to overcome the Paul Heyman guy, Brock Lesnar, to win the Rumble. But Bryan overcomes the odds, and Royal Rumble winner, Daniel Bryan. Why do I think he wins? WWE needs to have a soundbite from the crowd to, simulate the yes chants, and they can do it with Daniel Bryan. They can't do it with any new winners.
Ooh,
that's my pick.
All right. So then, okay. Now, one man band. What do you have? No.
Boy. Okay. So
here we go.
So this is probably going to be a shocker, what I'm about to say, but I don't know why. But I'm thinking about it, and it seems like it's so crazy that it could actually happen. We're all talking about returns and all this stuff, and first off, let me just say, I would love to see Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble, but I don't see it, in my personal opinion. I don't think that's going to go down. We'll see.
Okay.
If it happens, great. I'll be the first one to be like, yeah, awesome. But I'm going to say I'd say Daniel Bryan is going to be in the final 4.
All right.
Edge is going to be in the final 4. Randy Orton will be in the final 4. And what I'm about to say is insane, but hear me out. Who is one of the main people that we haven't talked about at all, but I think makes a lot of sense because first off, where WrestleMania is going to be held at again this year. Who's going into WrestleMania as the champions potentially, and the storyline that's being pushed out right now. In this case, with Roman Reigns.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh!
You're so. What's up?
Gonna be The Rock?
Yeah. Yep. Something tells me, I don't know what it is, but there to me is like this very slim but possible chance because of this whole storyline that they're pushing out with the whole tribal chief and the Anoa'i deal
Head
and
of
the table, and he's gonna be like, you're talking about the head of the table and you're talking to the head honcho, and
I set that table that you're head of.
Exactly. So I really think, I don't know if I know the first thing that he's already said that he was one of the first people that said, "Oh, I'm not going to be at the Rumble." But you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, no.
And apparently from what I've heard, his schedule's pretty cleared up to where he could do it.
Yeah, they're not filming. They canceled filming for Jumanji 3.
Exactly. So on top of that, it's held in Florida. Perfect breeding ground. That's the Rock from Florida. You got the whole cousin versus cousin ordeal.
Ooh.
That's ratings right off the bat. It makes sense if you think about it. I mean, it's far fetched, very far fetched. But I'm gonna go with it, and I'm gonna say that the Rock is gonna make a surprise return, and he's gonna come. Like he was in 2014's Royal Rumble. He won the title. And I say he comes back 7 years later, like he did in 2011. After 7 long years, The Rock has come back home. He's going to come back, and he's going to win.
All right, before you tell us the other 3 in the final 4, I would like to remind everyone that
he gave them
your list. Oh, he did? Which one?
Yeah. I said Edge, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, okay.
And The Rock.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, I want to remind everyone that you're listening to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast. We're doing our predictions for Royal Rumble. All right, so there we go. You have The Rock winning it. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, my turn to predict the final 4, and within those final 4, there'll be a winner in there. I think that we'll get I think we'll get Big E in the Final Four. I'm not gonna. I know I want to make predictions about what's gonna happen during the Royal Rumble, but like who will appear, who will show up. But I do wanna say one thing, since we always hear everyone saying, "Oh no, I'm not gonna be at the Rumble," and then they show up. Stop playing with us. We don't believe that stuff. Whenever you tell us that stuff, we know you're gonna be there. So stop. So I want to say one thing right now is I will not participate in the Royal Rumble. Take that as you may, anyone out there, but I will not be in the Royal Rumble, so I'm saying that right now. You may believe me or not. But anyway, back to the picks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's Lou on TV. What the hell? Anyway. And then I wake up. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to have Big E in the Final Four. I'm going to have Killer Karrion Kross in there.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to have NXT representing in there, right? I'm going to have, yes, I do think Sheamus will also be there in the Final Four.
Okay.
And our eventual winner, Mr. Daniel Bryan, will win it. And that's my prediction for the Royal Rumble.
Jeez, nobody predicted CM Punk, huh? I mean, that guy said he's quarantining. He's quarantining for a job this weekend. Nobody looked at that and said, "Oh, yeah, he's gonna appear."
Well, again, all those people can show up. Brock Lesnar can show up.
Nah, I even said it.
CM
Punk's not coming back unless there's an audience.
The San Diego Chicken could show up, for all I care. But I don't know.
The gobbledygooker.
Yes, all against the San Diego Chicken.
Oh man.
So that's my pick for the 2021 Royal Rumble.
So just to be clear, you said Big E.
Yeah, I picked Big E.
Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, and who else?
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. There we go. That was so out of left field. I forgot about it already.
Oh, what a setup!
Yeah, really nice of you to forfeit 1 point in the Final Four picks.
You have Lesnar.
I know. I'm hedging my bets.
So there you go.
All right.
So there we are. Those are predictions for. Oh wait. What am I doing? Randomizer and JFEW.
Right. Randomizer and JFEW. So JFEW is in good company with you, Lou, and kind of with me too. JFEW said Daniel Bryan, Big E, Edge, and Mustafa Ali, which that one caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to be in the Final Four, and he's predicting Daniel Bryan wins.
Okay.
And the randomizer gives it in,
numbers.
Morse code. They're saying entry number 19 will win the men's Royal Rumble. And the other Final Four entrants are going to be number 13, 16, and 17. And no, those were not lottery picks. Those were numbers.
Or Powerball.
Powerball, yeah. If you guys use those to win the lotto, please submit your winnings to...
We get half.
We call dibs on half.
Yeah.
All right, so I think overall we've got a good spread. We had a lot more consensus than I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm also really disappointed that nobody made like a crazy like show up or prediction of that would show up this particular person.
I said Brock Lesnar.
No,
I said The Rock.
And I'm saying Heath Slater, baby.